Hello and welcome back. This is part 2 of our altered paper clips, vintage paper clips, and this is the one where I am doing some shabby chic, which is really my thing, vintage, Victorian, shabby chic, all those, all of the above. And so what I'm doing is I'm making some altered paper clips. And I started with a piece of lace and a large paper clip, and I'm using this particular piece of lace is just a little bit wider than the actual paper clip, but I wanted to use it anyway. So I'm just allowing it to bunch up just a little bit like that. All right, now, and for the inside, for the end, not for the inside, for the ends, I think I'm just going to cut this at an angle, kind of like that. Okay. All right, and then we're going to start building on that. I'm going to use one of these coffee-dyed little flower lace motifs. I think I'm going to put it right there. But as always, I'm going to have a little frou-frou back there behind it. So I've got my eyelash yarn. I always strip it, not strip it, but pull it backwards to make all the little lashes stick up. And I'm going to put that right there behind that. I'm going to put the glue on here, and I think it'll go through good enough to hold that eyelash down. If it doesn't, I'll come back and add some more. But I think it will, because it's sticking to my mat. All right, there we go. Good start, good start. All right, now we need something beautiful in the middle. We can put some bling, or we could put, oh, look at that. All right, so I'm going to take this little bitty lace motif from another piece, and I'm going to put that in the center. Oh, yes, that's so cute. That's so cute. Get all the stuffings off. All right, bling. Let's go maybe, I'm thinking like right down the middle of this pale pink ribbon with about 3 pieces of crystals. These are little bitty Aurora Borealis coated crystals, flat back crystals. Let me show you something. You probably saw these in part 1, but this is just it's like for fingernails, for decorating fingernails, crystals. And there's 10 different, no, there's 12. There's 12 different sizes that came with this. And I want to say it came off of Amazon, but it could have been something else. I've had it for a long time, but it came with that. And I don't think you'd ever use all those crystals up. But anyway, that's what I'm using. All right. So I've just got a few out in my little tray right there. And then what I want to do is I want to hang a dangle. I want something to dangle some metal, some beads. So let me see what I can come up with. Here, this will be perfect. This is part of I think it was a necklace, or it might have been some beaded fringe. I can't remember, that I took apart. I think that'll work very nicely. So I'm going to take a jump ring, and I'm going to take some of my ball pins and beads. All right, so let's see how we want to do this. Now, this clothespin is gold, so I'm going to want to use clothespin. Listen to me. No, don't listen. Paperclip. Hello. The paperclip is gold. Here we go. I knew I had a stash with some gold ones in it. So I'm going to take a gold bulb pin. All right, you guys get out of the way. And I'm going to load up a few beads on it. And they could be pearls, but since there's pearls already in the dangle, I'll just let this part be beads. I'm going to go with this size right here, which I think is cute. It's not real tiny, but it's not the larger ones either. There's tiny, and then this size, and then the bigger ones, all in this little set that I actually found at Walmart a long time ago, and I like it. I have been now of course, the glass beads are all sizes, but they're not all uniform in size because it's just a little Walmart thingamabobby, but it was affordable. So I'm going to take a jump ring. This is a gold jump ring, and let's see how I want to do this. I think I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take 3 of those back off, and I'll show you why. I want to go ahead and put this on here. I was going to put the jump ring on here, but I changed my mind because it'll hang nicer if the bulb pin is hanging from the jump ring. So I'm going to open the jump ring, put it into my bulb pin, and put it onto my paper clip. And see, that'll give it some movement. It can actually move that way. It can go this way. And that way it hangs good. And it leaves the bulb pin hanging flat. Instead of, if I'd have just put the bulb pin in here, it'd want to stick out that way. Isn't that pretty? Okay, one more thing. I'm going to need a flat back pearl for the inside of my flower. And that one doesn't match. Okay, it might just have to be, I was going to go with a pink, but there we go. I want that one right there. All right, and that's just my little desktop stash of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat back pearl, put me a little dot of glue in here, and I'm going to put that pearl right there in the center. Oh, nice, huh? All right, let's get that off. All right, now let's make one with a Victorian lady. Let's see if we can do that. I've got some Victorian pictures, but they're kind of big, so it may have to be a bigger lady. So I've got these pictures I pulled out. I could cut her down a good bit smaller, maybe. All right, so I'm not going to cut the whole thing. I'm going to cut part of it down. And I'm not worrying here about cutting it real straight because I'm going to grunge up the edges anyway. So if it's a little bit crooked, it's okay. So I'm going to take my little edge grunger and I'm just going to grunge it up and kind of ruffle those edges. And this exposes some of the white in the paper underneath, and the ink really grabs hold to that when you do that. It makes it kind of thirsty. This little booger right here is so easy to lose. I've misplaced it so many times that now I've got it hanging on a hook right there where I can find it when I need it. All right, so now I'm going to ink up those edges, and you'll see how well that takes the ink now. These are just some free images that I printed. I got them from the internet, Graphics Fairy or whoever, one of those guys, I'm sure. All right, I'm kind of thinking about this. That might be too much. Let me look and see. See, that just covers up so much of the image. I don't want to cover up the image, but yet I do want the image. I know what. All right, so I've got this lace here, which is a good bit wider than I want it to be, but I'm going to do the same thing I did on that last one. I'm going to feed my lace through on that bottom longest bar of the paper clip. And I said I'm gonna gather it up. All right, well, you didn't do it right. All right, okay, so I got that on there, and I've just gathered it up, hot glued it, kind of overlapped it, and put a little hot glue there. Get that to lay down. There we go. Now, see, that's good. That's so cute. Cutie patootie. All right, now I need some. Now for my eyelash yarn, which I got a knot there, and I am not fooling with that knot. Not today, anyway. All right, I'm going to just run this around kind of the outside edges. I just want a little bit of this eyelash extending beyond the picture of my lady. The picture of my lady. Ain't she so sweet? Okay, I think I'm going to mount that onto some dark brown just to make her pop even more. Do you see the difference? Look, this is the lady by herself, and look when I put her on dark brown. It's like, boom, she just pops. The color just pops right out. So that will make her even more of the focal point. You always want your focal point to stand out. You don't want it to get lost in the shuffle. All right, so. And of course I messed that up. Get back in there. All right, now this, oh my goodness, so sweet, so sweet. All right, and because I'm doing all that frou-frou and stuff underneath there, I'm going to go ahead and use hot glue, and I'm just kind of lining it up even straight with the top of the paper clip. Alrighty. Ooh, we're getting pretty so far. There's the front, there's the back. We're getting to be pretty. Okay, now I've got these pieces that came off a vintage bridal gown. Sure would like to use it. Maybe right there. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to cut in between some of those pieces. And I am going to apply that. Oh, wow. That added a lot. I'm going to apply that right there. Now, on these gowns, on these bridal gowns, when they sew these beads and pearls and sequins on there, you need to get a little dot of glue where you cut it, or that last one quite often will fall off. That one was trying to do. So I'm just making sure I got some glue under the back side of the ones on the ends so they don't fall off. Okay, good deal, good deal. Oh, how pretty is she? All right, now she needs just a little gold pin, a little gold, let me see. Maybe a little pin like that is what I was thinking. And let's see what I can do with her. Okay, so I went ahead and finished this one. I just hung a jump ring here, and I've got that safety pin with some beads, and I hung another beaded dangle with some glass beads, the buttons, and the little crystals on each side of the button. All right, so we're going to call that one finished. Okay, we're on the third one, and for this one, I'm going to do something a little different. I try to do each one a little bit different. That's tulle. I'm taking some tulle, and I have taken just a fabric strip because I'm going to cut this down in a minute, but for right now, I'm just leaving it that length and kind of raveling it. All right, now I'm taking my tulle pieces, and I'm just going to gather them up in the middle, and it kind of makes it like a little bow. Hope you can see that maybe. All right, and I'm going to put it in the back, right up in here somewhere. And I'm going to just kind of glue that part down. Oh, let's see. I have a silicone finger here somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now, and I don't want to stop and look for it. So I won't worry about it. Okay. Now, next, I'm just going to take some scissors and trim it down a little bit. I could have trimmed it first because I knew that was going to be too wide. Now I've got another piece of tulle, but I don't think I'm going to use it right now. All right, so let's get the giblets out of the way. Okay, so now I'm going to put this beautiful motif that came off of a lacy tablecloth or something. I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to kind of hide the here I go again, clothespin, the paper clip. Goodness. Well, hide the paper clip. All right, can you see the tulle still hanging out from each edge? There you go. Maybe you can see that now. So I still got some tulle, a little bit of fluff hanging out on each edge, which is great. That's just what I want. All right, now for the bottom here, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it into like a V. And ravel, ravel, ravel. Grunge, grunge, grunge. All right, now. So see, you don't even really see the paper clip. It's back there, and you can still access it onto your page. Zip, like that. Let's see what it would look like. So if you just put the paper clip, see, that can be hanging on the side of your page. Bookmark, paper clip, whatever you want it to be. All right, now. Okay, so let's see what else we want to do. Now, I only kind of glued that in the middle, so see, I've got room to stick. Oh, I know what I want to do. I've got these really cool flower stamens, and they have the large pearls, and I use these for different things. What I usually do is fold them in half, put some glue on the fold, and then stick it up under somewhere and spread them out just a little and let it dry. See how pretty that is. All right, so we'll do this one. Put a little hot glue on the fold, stick it up under the edge, and then spread them out a little. Okay. We'll save that one for something else. All right, now I got so many threads all over the place. All right, let's throw that away. All right, now let's see, what do we want to do? What else do we need? So I have these flowers that I think are so cute. Some paper flowers. And I was thinking that pink, well, I was wrong. I thought that pink would match. Well, it doesn't clash. Maybe the darker one. Well, look at there. I wouldn't have thunk it, but okay, we'll use the darker one. This one I see I've inked around the edges just a little bit, which is fine. All right, so we're going to use that one. And I'm going to put that flower in the middle of this with a tiny bit of eyelash. Just kind of helps tie it all in together. Makes it look more cohesive. I'll put that right there. Make sure some of that comes out. All right, and I'm going to put some hot glue on the back of this little paper flower. And I'm going to stick her right in the middle. Right in the middle. Ta-da. If there's any smaller ones. I think that's actually the smallest one in this set of paper flower. Yeah, there's nothing smaller. Okay. All right, so now I just need a center. Okay, so I decided it was just looking a little puny, so I added another piece of some beautiful lace, crochet lace on the back. And now I've got this piece of gold chain, and what I want to do is I want to hang this chain from there to there. So I am going to attempt to do that, which I've done things like this before, and it just really sets it off. So I'm going to take 2 jump rings. These are kind of large. It probably doesn't have to be quite this large, but it'll be a lot easier to fiddle with. And I've got this gold chain, which is super tiny, but it does have a jump ring on the end, but that jump ring is too small to do what I want it to do. All right, so I'm going to go, where are you going to go? I'm going to go in that lace about right there. Close that jump ring up and then pull it around. I want it underneath the stamens, And I want it to go right there. So yeah, it'll work. All right, so I'm going to open that one. And I'm going to put it onto that jump ring. And I'm going to try my best to go about evenly across. We'll see if I actually made it. Okay. Okay, well that side's just a hair lower, but if I go up any higher, you know what, I can raise it just a smidge. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I've got my gold chain hanging in there. It just looks so nice. Really, really like it. All right, and there's the paper clip on the back. All right, so this is going to be the end of part 2. And because I have all my stuff out and a lot of ideas that I have not covered yet, I'm going to go ahead and make a part 3 to go with this. So this is part 2 of our vintage shabby chic paper clips. I hope you can see them all real good. And stay tuned for part 3. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.